croissants. So, before we get into today's ASMR video, I want to shout out today's video sponsor. If you've watched my channel a bit, may look familiar. Today's video is sponsored by the wonderful Luisa. They make some of my favorite jewelry, and they were kind enough to send me 2 pieces to show you. They always come so wonderfully packaged. Their jewelry is absolutely stunning. Perfect gift for upcoming Valentine's Day. If you want to get your sweetie something, this is the perfect thing. Who doesn't love jewelry? So let's see what they've sent. The first piece they sent me is the Laura Bold chain necklace in silver. Their pieces are hypoallergenic, water resistant, and even though it's very delicate, it's very durable. I have so many Ana Luisa necklaces at this point, and I wear them so often. I get so many compliments. And one of the best things about Ana Luisa's jewelry is that they don't break the bank. Designs start at just $39, and the more you buy, the more you save. So pretty. This will go with so many outfits and gives a nice little pizzazz. Now, if you live in the US, they offer free shipping. But let's say you live somewhere else outside the US, you can also get some beautiful jewelry, and they have very, very affordable shipping options. Here we have the willow necklace set in gold. This is beautiful. I am obsessed. See how it catches the light? I love their pieces, but let's say you buy one, you're not crazy about it for whatever reason, which I highly doubt. They do have a worry-free guarantee for up to 2 years. So you're not risking anything by getting these, except getting some pretty jewelry. If you liked any of the pieces you saw, or you want to look around and shop for you or your sweetie for Valentine's Day, or just because, make sure to check out my link down below for Ana Luisa. I promise you won't regret it. Now let's get on to the ASMR video. Hi, come on in, have a seat. Would you like a beverage before we begin today? Okay, well, if you change your mind, you just let me know, okay? Okay, so we're just gonna get right into it because I know you're a very busy person. So, how are you feeling today? We're gonna do a little scale, okay? And if you see me looking down, I've prepared some notes for you. So, on a scale of 1 to 5, with 1, we're at feeling great. 2, pretty good. 3 is doing okay. 4, kind of struggling. And 5 is I need support. Where would you sit on that scale? Okay. Okay. So a little better than last time, but you're feeling some anxiety. Yeah, a lot of people are feeling like that right now, so just know that you're not alone. And I'm here to help you work through all that. This is a judgment-free zone, so anything that you're feeling, wanting to say, this is the time to get it out. Be free, be yourself, okay? We're gonna do a little check-in to see where your mind is at, okay? So, what are you grateful for today? Of course, yeah. What are your needs today? Where are you feeling unfulfilled? Okay, you're having some issues with that? That's totally understandable. We've all been there. Okay, we can definitely talk about that. And how have you been treating yourself lately? Do you do small things for yourself? Do you take yourself out on little dates? Okay. Yeah, you need to focus on yourself. It's hard to pour from a cup that's empty. So you're your best self to others when you're good to you. So, okay. And what would you like to accomplish today? Work towards? So, okay. Yeah, that's a realistic goal. We can definitely do that. You've been telling me you've been dealing with some anxiety, some negative thoughts, which we all go through. It's kind of human nature. I think a lot of people think they have to be on all the time. They have to put on this facade, and that's just not realistic. Everyone goes through things. Emotions can be a roller coaster. So when you get negative thoughts, how does that manifest for you usually? Okay. And what kind of negative thoughts do you tend to have? Okay. Okay. When you get those thoughts in your head, we're going to do a little exercise right now to try to reframe those thoughts. Change your way of thinking and looking at things. When you are having those negative thoughts, here are some questions to ask yourself, okay? Is the thing you're worried about actually in your control? Sometimes we worry about things that haven't even happened. Things we can't do anything about. So a good way of thinking is, if it's out of my hands, it's out of my mind. Another good way to look at things could be looking from an outside perspective. Sometimes we can be hard on ourselves, so think about your thoughts, but if a friend was telling you, what would you say to your friend? It's good to look at yourself as your best friend and give yourself the advice you would give your best friend. I struggle with worrying about everything. And a good thing to ask yourself as well can be, will this problem matter, say, 3 months from now, 6 months from now? And it gives you good insight of, should I really be putting so much focus, so much stress on something that isn't that big of a deal? You can also sometimes be your own worst enemy. So I tend to do this myself. I will overthink. I will assume. Someone acts a little bit differently towards me, I'll go into a tailspin, a tizzy of thinking, what did I do? Why are they acting like this? And it could be something very small, very subtle. A good thing to ask yourself is, am I making assumptions? Am I overthinking? It's also helpful sometimes to look at it from almost a scientific perspective. What is the evidence for and against this thought? Sometimes you have to take emotion completely out of the equation and just look at it very, very straightforward, which I know can be quite a challenge to do. And once you've done that, think about what are the other possible outcomes. Don't think too much, just enough. You don't want to be careless, but you don't want to hyper focus on something and let it ruin your day. So try to think about, let's say you have a day and you're just being harsh on yourself. You're being a bit judgmental. It's okay to realize some days that you did the best with what you had, with what you could do. And you can just think about, for the next time, how could I maybe handle this better? But don't let it wreck your brain. Don't overcomplicate things. Let things be. Another thing that can be helpful with negative thoughts, negative feelings, is changing your words. Words have such a power. I don't like when people say it's just words, it's whatever. Words have meaning. Words start revolutions. Words can do so much. So I have some phrases down that we all say, but we should kind of get them out of our vocabulary, honestly. And so we're going to do a change of thought. Okay, here are some examples. So let's say you say it's too hard. Instead of that, you will say, I'll keep trying. I'll keep trying. I can't do that. Instead of that, you can say, how can I get better at that? You see where this is going? I give up. I'll keep practicing. I'll keep practicing. So you turn a negative into a positive. And by doing that, it may sound silly. When you're more focused on positivity, you notice more positivity. I'm not saying bad things won't happen, but the way we deal with things can affect our moods so much. Instead of saying, I'm afraid, I'll make a mistake, I'll do something wrong, reframe it as, I learn from my mistakes. I learn from my mistakes. We all fear failure. It's completely normal. But you'll never know if you can do something unless you try. Instead of saying, this is impossible, you could say, this takes time and effort. This takes time and effort. I don't get it. You could say, what am I missing? What am I missing? Yes, exactly. On to some more notes that I've had down for you. If you have any little extra thoughts or questions or anything you want to say, you just blurt it out, okay, sweetheart? And tell me you've been dealing with anxiety. And we're going to do some anxiety coping statements. Almost sort of, kind of positive affirmations. Things you can say or just think in your head to help you get through that anxiety, through that anxious feeling that just feels like a cloud of darkness over you, okay? So, one thing to remind yourself is that your anxiety does not define you. It is not who you are. It is just a feeling, and it will pass. You can cope with it. You're honestly much stronger than you think. Also, a good thing to remember when all your senses are just up and you're on high alert is to tell yourself that you're safe. Something else that happens, we get into a tailspin of this thought. We let a bad thought spiral. We'll start making up all these crazy situations, and it just becomes this cycle. But it's okay to remember that not everything you feel is true or a fact. Sometimes you have to ground yourself in reality, and your feelings, they're allowed to be there. sometimes those feelings erupt as almost a reminder to take a deep breath, to focus on yourself and ground yourself in reality, and also to focus on what you personally can control. What do I mean by ground yourself? Here's a grounding technique I like to use with my clients. Say you're feeling very overwhelmed, you're out. It can be something as simple as it is just very overwhelming where you are. There's a lot of people, a lot of noise. There are 5 things you can do to ground yourself. Focus on things you can see. Focus on things you can feel. Focus on things you can hear. Focus on things you can smell. Focus on things you can taste. Sounds a bit silly, but sometimes what I also like to do, feeling really just overwhelmed, I will pop an ice cube in my mouth and just focus on the coldness, the wetness. Kind of brings you back down to earth in a sense. When you're feeling particularly anxious though, do you have anything that you go towards? Something to help you calm down? Yeah, I can give you some ideas. So here are some things that I've found have helped with anxiety. So, very stereotypical breathing exercises, deep breathing. Also, focusing on the present. A lot of anxiety arises because we're thinking so far ahead, worrying about the future. The future's not even here yet. Don't worry about things that haven't happened yet. Another thing that I find very helpful myself is writing it out. Keeping some kind of journal. You don't have to, put it on a blog somewhere. Just keep something for yourself. You don't even have to go back and read it. You could even just throw out the pages, burn them. It's just good to get it out of your system. Also, exercising, moving your body. It releases endorphins, happy hormones. Also, just moving your body gives you something else to focus on. Sometimes if you get so tired, you can't even focus on anything else. You're just completely wiped out. Also, engaging all your senses. You could listen to some calming music. You could talk to a friend. Someone that really grounds you. You don't want someone who raises your anxiety, so I would avoid anyone who's a stressful person to be around. Also, going to therapy helps. I could refer you to different people who deal with different issues. That helps a lot. And something I think people really downplay the importance of is getting plenty of rest. Your sleep is so important. Getting enough rest affects your mood almost more than anything. So really set an intentional bedtime routine. Humans, we thrive a bit off routine, off a schedule. So what I would do, set a bedtime, not even where you have to go to sleep, just where you get into bed, you relax, you have everything turned off, maybe a fan going, whatever your idea of relaxation is, and relax until you go to sleep. Don't have any distractions in the room. This one's not so fun. This one's hard for me. Reducing caffeine. I know we all love it. Our energy drinks, our coffees, our teas, even I think there's those Zen things you put in your mouth. Too much caffeine tends to raise your heartbeat, just everything, puts you a bit on edge. A little bit is fine, We all like that cup of coffee in the morning. I just wouldn't overdo it. Another thing, you could meditate. I know people tend to kind of rag on the internet and the things it's brought, but it's brought great things as well. It's kind of, you can take anything and get good from it, and there are so many guided meditations, ASMR videos. There's a bunch of different things online. You can see breathing techniques that'll just help you get into a more calm state of being. Also going for a simple walk. Do you live in like a walkable area? Your neighborhood? Yeah, go walk around your neighborhood. I know it's a little bit chilly right now, so you may want to go to like a walking track inside a gym. May sound kind of funny, but even an indoor mall, just go walk around. Maybe have a little drink from a stand or go window shopping. Just something to get your body moving and your mind out of a spiral. Last little bit before we finish up our session, I have some friendly reminders for you. I can send them to your email I have on file. I'm just gonna go over them with you really quickly, okay? So here are some things I want you to remember. Keep them in the back of your head when you're feeling a bit down. Just hear my voice. You are worthy and lovable. Your boundaries matter. You are doing the best you can. It's okay to ask for help. Your feelings are valid. You are allowed to say no. No is a full sentence. It's okay to start over and try again. You are capable of amazing things. It's okay to make mistakes. Make time for yourself and take breaks. It's okay to have bad and unproductive days. You deserve love, care, and support. The goodness you see in others is also within you. It's okay to have days where the only thing you do is survive. Believe in yourself, your journey, and a brighter tomorrow. Accept and embrace your feelings instead of ignoring and hiding them and pushing them down. Listen to your emotions and what they are trying to tell you. Again, I'm going to send that little list to you. Just keep it with you whenever you're feeling not so hot. I'm glad that made you feel better. I know it's been a tough time for so many people, so I want you to know that this is your safe space and you always have a place to talk to me here. Is there anything else that you'd like to discuss? No? Okay. Well, if you ever need me or need some help navigating your feelings, feel free to call my office at any time. Okay? Okay. I'll see you next time. Bye now. Before I go, I'd like to give one last shout out to Luisa for sponsoring this video. If you'd like some wonderful, high quality, beautiful jewelry, make sure to click my link down below. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.